please welcome to the stage co-founder and artistic director of the Brooklyn Rail, Phong Bui.
Hi, you guys. Uh, so happy to be here. when Andy called or wrote an email 2 weeks ago, I didn't really get it until last week. So I had to cancel one dinner to be here for my friend Nari. But I also happy to do this. You know why? Because I admire house and works. I remember staying with my friend Sarah Chermayev, who lived right above the first location on West 17th Street. Maybe 1994, I don't remember exactly the year. But it was so amazing. Why? Because I discovered the people who worked there were all volunteers. Disciplined and passionate volunteers, could you believe it? Which echoes so much of Alex de Tocqueville. In his second volume, Democracy in America, he brought up this concept which influenced me, very important to the rail staying free. This has been now 25 years. Thank you. Self-interest rightly understood, that's the term. It's only when you're committed to advance the cause of the community that in return it benefits you. And I love that idea so much. Secondly, I don't know if you have seen the feature of my loft where the rail began 25 years ago in Worlds of Interiors. In addition to the books, the work of arts I've been collecting forever, all the so-called vintage toys and things I bought from House and Works. Almost all of them, and I always pay cash. I even told Andy, I'm taking the subway down, save the money for House and Works. That was it. So the other thing I want to say about now shifting gear to my friend Nari, I probably would be able to say the two things about Nari too. I think it might have been 2013 when I curated a huge show at Industry City commemorating the 1-year destruction of Hurricane Sandy. And I have that amazing piece by Nari. It's called We the People. It was so moving. It was so moving because I have seen it just before Sandy's show at the National Archive Museum in DC. And when we think about that phrase, we think about the wigs, you know. We think about the quilt and the oxidized paper. It has so much embedded meaning leading to the Constitution. But in his hand, he makes this incredible, beautiful embroidery-like construct, collaborating with, I believe, the fabric workshop. And it's made out of hand dye and shoelaces, you know? So there's a template from which you lay over the sheetrock, and then you punch the hole, and then you do one shoelace each until the entirety is complete. I think it might have taken easily 2 days to do it with 3 people. And I always wanted to see the opposite side of the sheetrock, but we didn't have the resource to do it because the show was done in 2 months, 100,000 square feet. It was so intense. And what I want to say about that piece, as I would do the same other piece that I also included in another show, a huge show I did for Mana Contemporary in 2016, is called Angelic Troublemakers. What a title. What does that say about Nari? You know, it's very personal for me to think about my friend Nari, because I also am an immigrant. I remember talking to the great Jonas Makers. Many of you probably remember. He was a godfather of American avant-garde cinema who founded Film Culture magazine. He was a film critic for Village Voice Forever and founded also Anthology Film Archives. I did his first show at MoMA PS1, 2006. And then forth, he traveled a great deal over Europe. And people would approach Jonas and say, "You're such a cool man, sir. Where did you live? What do you do?" And he'd say, "I was born in Lithuania. I lived in New York, but my true country is culture." And I think that's exactly what happened. When you leave your home, like Nari, you can't go back. And when you adopt a new home, you never feel entirely home either. So that's why art is essential to an artist such as Nari. And I want to say one last thing is this. It's subversive politically, and it's socially thoughtful. Why? Because you can be a person, a left-wing person, and make right-wing art. And you can be a right-wing person and make left-wing art. Through Nari, everything is a complete synthesis. He's a dreamer, he's a surrealist, but he's a deadly conceptualist. And what he makes, every single piece ever made, is a true reflection of who he is as a person, as an artist. So let's salute Nari and salute Housing Works together tonight. Woo!
Thank you guys. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you, Phong, for those kind remarks. And thank you, Housing Works. I like to express myself through my art rather than words, so I'll spare all of the long speech, if you don't mind. Oh, sorry, thank you. Many of the themes that I explore in my art, there are conditions that Housing Works is addressing in their work. Their commitment to housing as healthcare means providing stable, supportive housing that's not only for homelessness, but restores people's dignity. It also gives a foundation to meet basic needs, manage their health, and foster meaningful relationships. It reduces healthcare costs and moves spending from emergency care to primary care, a more efficient use of resources. Art often transforms what is left behind into a story about dignity, survival, and empowerment. I think that's consistent with Housing Works, their thrift shops, stores, reclaiming value and giving new life to items that might otherwise have been discarded. And thanks. And selling them to raise funds for their mission. I'm very proud to receive this award, and I thank Phong and everyone from Housing Works and all of you here tonight for a terrific honor. Thank you very much.